Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the daily cricket show, Cricket Happenings, with your host Ram. I welcome you all to this cricket show today. And as far as today's cricket show is concerned, it's going to be the preview of the final Test match, which is coming up at the Palakele Cricket Ground, where India and Sri Lanka will be facing each other. India had already won the series 2-0. So Sri Lanka would be Sri Lanka would be thinking of salvaging something by winning the final test match. They have strengthened their pace reserves here. It'll be interesting to see as to how they go. And it's also a green mamba awaiting the pace bowlers. So definitely the pace bowlers would probably relish bowling on this particular green mamba pitch. The other news that I'll be talking about, we'll be looking at the Caribbean Premier League. Right now, there's a ninth match of the Caribbean Premier League which is underway. It's between Trinbago Knight Riders who are taking on the Guyana Amazon Warriors. The match is just about to begin, I would say, and the eighth match which was played between the Barbados Tridents and the Stars. It resulted in Barbados Trident skipper Kieron Pollard setting the tone with a really punishing knock of 83 runs of just 35 deliveries. He pinched the boundary ropes time and again. 83 of 35 balls. It is serious stuff here. And Barbados Tridents made 196. St. Lucia the Stars were bundled out with Darren Sammy doing what Kieron Pollard was doing for his team as a captain. But Darren Sammy was doing it on a losing cause. But nevertheless, Barbados Tridents won the match comfortably. And also we'll have a look at some cricket news. But first, let's preview the final test match which is coming up. India has nothing to lose because India have already won the series and the onus is on the Sri Lankans. Now, the Palakele, what Sri Lanka has done is they have decided to rest Rangana Herath. They are having problems, as you know, injuries, but look at that pace attack. And the reason I say look at that pace attack is because Palakele normally really assists the pace bowlers to a huge degree because you get pace and bounce, and that's the reason I called it a green mamba, as we call it in the South Africa, I suppose. The green mamba they call it, which is a greenish tinge pitch, and I'm sure there's going to be something in it. There's going to be lot in it for the pace bowlers to exploit, and so Sri Lanka, knowing the history of the Palakele cricket ground, has really strengthened their pace reserves here. The pace reserves consist of Dushmanta Chamira, the young pace, he bowls in 145 clicks. Then they have Vishwa Fernando, the left arm pace bowler who impressed. Lahiru Kumara, another youngster, but as I said, they are all real quickies. Dushmanta Chamira, even though they might have not played a lot of test matches. I mean, if you look at the three players, as I was talking about, in between them, they have played probably lesser than 15 tests. But nevertheless, I think, but they would relish bowling on this pitch. There's no doubt about it. And Sri Lanka probably is going to take the gamble here, even though they have played, they are inexperienced, I would say. But they are probably looking to probably attack India and see whether they can bring them down with pace. And that will be interesting to see whether this ploy is going to work. But definitely, I wouldn't say they have done it specifically for this, but they have definitely looked at the pitch, they have looked at the history of the pitch, and Palakele, as I said, is a greenish tinge pitch, which very rarely one could see in Sri Lanka. And as far as the batting is concerned, so the spinning, Rangana Herath has been not dropped, basically has been rested. So, but they have Lakshan Sandakan in their ranks, who would be, and they have Dilruwan Pereira. So this is the bowling combination. The batting consists of Upul Taranga, Dimut Karnaratne. Well, Upul Taranga is the one who has to click now. Dimut Karnaratne has already hit form. Kushal Mendes is in form. Chandimal, that is, I think, one big innings is due from the captain Dinesh Chandimal. Angelo Matthews also can really play a big hand, no doubt. Niroshan Dikwala, as we have seen that there's a lot of things talked about Niroshan Dikwala, that he's a very brainy person, and he's someone, to me, he's like a person who plays a lot of unorthodox strokes as well. And Dhananjay De Silva is another one who will be getting an opportunity, and Dhananjay De Silva has to very quickly take this opportunity, because whatever limited opportunities he has, Dhananjay De Silva has to grab it, otherwise he might probably miss the bus. Well, but he's definitely talented, no doubt about it. So this is the Sri Lankan composition, but all the eyes will be on the bowlers, because, as I said, it's a greenish tinge pitch, and they would be attacking India with lots of pace here. But the only problem for Sri Lanka happens to be that this is an inexperienced pace bowling attack, whether they would be able to do what is required, because Nuwan Pradeep was an experienced bloke, he went away. Suranga Lakmal is not there, so these are some things which definitely is crippling Sri Lanka, no doubt about it. Now, as far as India is concerned, well, I would I think Umesh Yadav, according to me, should play, and Mohammad Shami for pace, because if pace is the mantra here in Palakele, one would expect India to have Umesh Yadav and Mohammad Shami operating in tandem with the new ball, and then Hardik Pandya for sure, because he is also a pace bowler. Whether India would be prompted to go for a four-pronged pace attack in the form of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, or will they have, as you know, India already lost Ravindra Jadeja due to injury. Kuldeep Yadav has been roped in, but it will be interesting to see as to what India's ploy is. Are they going to match Sri Lanka by getting a four-pronged pace attack in the form of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Umesh Yadav, Mohammad Shami and Hardik Pandya, or they are going to thrust in the spinner Kuldeep Yadav to make his debut, or whether Kuldeep Yadav would be playing, that's really left to question. As far as Kuldeep Yadav could also, in my opinion, Kuldeep Yadav would play because India just want to make sure, even though Ashwin is there, Kuldeep Yadav could bring that surprise element into the picture. And India have never whitewashed Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka, and so 3-0. They would have a best opportunity here for India to go and whitewash Sri Lanka. So I think Kuldeep Yadav and Ashwin will be there, and Kuldeep Yadav will be a sort of a surprise packet for the Sri Lankans. The batting, Shikhar Dhawan and KL Rahul will open the innings. Well, both, the batting is looking pretty strong for India. Cheteshwar Pujara has already hit 2 centuries in the first 2 test matches. This is the 3rd test match, so he might, if he could hit one, he could probably become the first person to actually score 3 centuries in 3 matches. Cheteshwar Pujara, so he would be hunting for one. Virat Kohli. Now Virat Kohli is the one, according to me, who is really due for runs. He's the captain of the team, and he has been losing his wicket. So I would say there's a big innings due from Virat Kohli now for sure in this final test match. And then Ajinkya Rahane has also been amongst the runs. So the Indian batting is looking pretty solid, but one is looking forward to the Indian captain Virat Kohli setting the tone tomorrow, because as you know, he has not got he has not really got into form in this series, and one is expecting him to go and score. I'm also told that no Indian has scored 3 test centuries in an away series of 3 tests or fewer. So Cheteshwar Pujara might become the first one, if at all he goes and hits another century. He already has 13 tons in test cricket, and that could be the 14th one for him. All in all, we are expecting a very, very keenly contested match here at Palakele, and the ball is the one which is going to be definitely ruling. And Palakele is something that the pace bowlers would be just waiting to get the red cherry to hurl it at the batsman there. So that is as far as the preview between India and Sri Lanka is concerned at Palakele, the final test match. India already won the series, leading this, having a winning lead in the series 2-0. As far as the and while I'm talking to you, I'll also give you some live cricket updates here. These live cricket updates is coming in the match between Trinbago Knight Riders and Guyana Amazon Warriors, and this is coming from Port of Spain. And as I'm talking to you, I'm trying to see whether I'm just looking out for the cricket update here, just waiting to see whether the scoreboard has been updated here. Still waiting. Okay, we'll come back to that later. So let's talk about the 8th match, which happened yesterday in the Caribbean Premier League, which was played with Barbados Tridents and St. Lucia Stars. Barbados Tridents hammered the St. Lucia Stars bowling, especially Kieron Pollard. He was absolutely electric, I would say, as he pinched the boundaries time and again to score a scorching 83 not-out runs of just 35 deliveries, started with I think 6 sixes, I suppose. Jerome Taylor was taken apart in a particular over, and Kieron Pollard was showing his raw power with this stroke making, and he set the tone. Kane Williamson made 46 and they reached 196. St. Lucia Stars, well, there was Darren Sammy took up the gauntlet and he tried to launch a real assault on the Barbados Tridents bowlers as he cracked 60 of 29 balls. He definitely played the role that Kieron Pollard played for Barbados Tridents. St. Lucia Stars being led by Darren Sammy, who cracked 60 of just 29 deliveries in a losing cause, unfortunately. Charles made 19. Wahab Riaz and Parnell were amongst the wickets. But so this is as far as this particular match is concerned. I'm still waiting for the live cricket update coming in from the 9th match of the Caribbean Premier League between the Trinbago Knight Riders and the Guyana Amazon Warriors. We'll come back to that later. In the meanwhile, let's have a look at some cricket news as well. I'm trying to lay my hands on that right now, dear fans, to see as to what is happening in the cricketing world. And let's have a look at what really happens in the cricketing world, other than the matches that I've been talking about. There is also news that the one news that I could really share with you right now is, Otis Gibson, who has done a wonderful job for England, as you would know, as a bowling coach, has been, the news says that with Domingo, the coach actually on the verge of, he is going to be ending his term, Otis Gibson could be named as the new South African coach. And for England, Darren Gogg could be the one who could get a role in the coaching staff. And as I'm talking to you, I can say Trinbago Knight Riders winning the toss and electing to field. So Guyana Amazon Warriors are the ones who are batting, and they are doing well right now. We are in the 3rd over and 36 runs have already been scored. So that's good going according to me. And we'll come back to that. And also I can give you an update on a match which happened. It's a tour game between West Indies and Derbyshire. And West Indies batted and they ended up on a real high, I would say, as 344-3. And also Kyle Hope scored the first century of the West Indies tour of England as he scored 105. Well, the Derbyshire definitely did not have a full strength pace attack, full strength bowling attack, but nevertheless there were 3 rookies in that, and it was a good game. I think Powell made 92, Kyle Hope 105, and Chase also contributed 62 runs. So basically it was good going for the West Indies. So West Indies doing well on so far on the tour of the Tour of England. And other than that, I'm trying to see whether yes, let me look at some other news for you here. One would remember the former a cricket writer. His name was Ted Corbett. He used to write a lot of cricket articles. Unfortunately, he has died at the age of 82. Other than that, there's nothing else to really talk about, dear fans and subscribers. Hope you all love this cricket broadcast of mine, with more to come on my cricket happening show, especially the first day's play proceedings, which will be brought to you on this cricket happening show today. It's about time for me to bid you all a very good night. Thank you.